So in this session we will see the last unit of our syllabus, that is system protection. Now in this topic we will cover under frequency relays, under voltage relays, and rate of change of frequency relays. So what is under frequency relay? We are all aware that as per Indian standards we all need to maintain the frequency within the permissible limits for the smooth functioning of other equipments and the grid connectivity. We also seen that the speed of the various motors, induction motors, depends upon the frequencies. So whenever there is a dip in the frequency, it might cause a severe effect on the system. So these relay under frequency relays are basically used whenever they will observe there is a deviation from normal system frequencies. So what are they? So under frequency relays is a solid state device that functions to protect the load in the event generator frequency drops below the present limits, that is the permissible limits. Also we can see that frequency deviation is harmful to the connecting objects such as generators and motors on when the abnormal frequency creates inconvenience for the power consumers and may also cause failure of electrical apparatus. Now frequency relays are used where detection of high or low frequency indicates the system abnormalities such as fault in speed regulation units or system overload. Under frequency relay should be considered for the application where detection of under speed condition of synchronous motor and condenser is required. And also this may cause damage to the last synchronous motor and can be avoided by disconnecting the motor from the system. Likewise, disconnection of the synchronous condenser can be initiated upon the loss of power supply. Another application is typically to the large industrial plant which have some local generation. Normally they depends on tie line with the utility of some portion of their power needed. Some portion is being generated by themselves and they will need some power from the utility. If the tie line breaker at the utility and opens, the generator in the plant would be overloaded obviously, and especially if it also tries to pick up the utility load on the tie line. Now the overload can cause under frequency operation of industrial system. Now the under frequency relay can be used to open the tie line to the system utility and disconnect the non-essential load. So the major application of under frequency relay is essential load can be maintained to the limit of generator capability. So this is the working principle of under frequency relays. Now under voltage relays. Under voltage relay operates when the voltage that flow through the relay coils falls below a predefined value. There is a certain minimum permissible voltage range. If the voltage drops below the permissible range, the voltage relay will operate. Now under voltage relay protects load against voltage drop that can lead to the power shortage and brownouts. Brownouts are basically intentional or unintentional voltage drops in the power systems. Now under voltage occurs when the average voltage of three-phase power system drops below the intended level and is sometimes referred to as brownouts. Now electromechanical devices including three-phase motor and pumps are designed to operate at a very specific voltage level. Now if these devices are allowed to operate at reduced voltage level, they will draw higher current. So this is the biggest disadvantage of these these devices operating under low voltage level, that they will draw higher current. Now the increase in the current causes increase in the heating in the winding and the coil of the equipments will damage and it will also damage the critical insulation which used to protect them. Now the operating in under voltage condition can drastically be reduce the life of electromechanical equipment and lead to the premature failure of the system. Now under voltage condition can usually be caused by undersized or overloaded utility and facility transformer. Fine. So during peak demand periods, when the utility is experiencing problem, the demand of power exceeds the capability of transformers and thus results in voltage drops. Now these conditions can occur without warning and provide no obvious indications. Now to protect your motors and equipments, we use a relay which is normally used as under voltage relay to protect the motor and equipments. This under voltage relay is used for the protection. It can shut down the equipment when under voltage occurs and preventing them from the damage. So a clear indication of fault present is provided by these relay for the rapid troubleshooting and reduced the downtime down. So next coming to the dF by dt relay, that is rate of change of frequency relays. Now this rate of change of frequency relay is used for the fast load shedding to speed up the operating time in over and under frequency situations. So basically what happened, there is a permissible physical change in frequency is allowed. So as per the Indian Electricity Grid Code, the permissible frequency range is 49.5 Hz to 50.2 Hz. So whenever there is a deviation from these frequency, the rate of change of frequency relays are used to detect this. So how it works, it will be seen later. We have the working principle of the same. So for the better understanding and the role and the operation of dF by dt relay, let us first study the variation of frequency with the load. So these 2 points, point A and point B over here, now if the availability of power in the grid is greater than the demand, so what I am telling that when the generation is much larger than the demand, then the frequency will boost up, it will go high. And secondly, if the generation is less than the load, that means the demand is greater and generation is less, then we will experience a dip in the frequency. So this graph will show that whenever the power demand decreases, there is an increase in the frequency. The frequency will go on a high node. So in the large power grids, we can see the installed capacity of those grids in megawatts. They are characterized by very high stiffness constant, which means that the generation and load mismatch, which is the perturbation, is required to cause the grid frequency to change by 1 Hz. Thus we can say that for a small magnitude of perturbation, the rate of change of frequency will be much smaller for very large power grids as compared to medium grids. Therefore large side grids are inherently resilient to the rapid frequency fluctuations. Okay, if it happens, then due to the increasing load, we have seen that frequency dips below a certain threshold and generator connected to the grid will trip, which will result in the further dip in the frequency, and such a cumulative dip in the frequency results in the complete grid failure. Thus there is a need of rate of change of frequency dF by dt relay, which can detect the dip in the frequency either and initiate load shedding to resume the load frequency of the grid. So we can see the operating principle of this relay. The rate of change of frequency relay operation is based on the measurement of two successive frequencies and the time difference between the measurement. Now, the setting of these dF by dt relay is in the frequency oblique time. Say for example 0.3 Hz per second or 0.4 Hz 0.5 second. Now, the minimum dF by dt relay setting available is 0.1 Hz per second. However, some dF by dt relays have a minimum setting of 0.2 Hz per second only. So this rate of change of frequency of dF by dt relays are particularly effective in arresting the frequency collapse of a grid in the event of sudden loss or a major generation. This is because by measuring the frequency decay rate, the corrective action can be initiated much ahead of the time when the frequency of synchronous interconnection would have actually dipped to a point at which generator under frequency relay or unit auxiliary would trip/operate, leading to complete system shutdown. So the dF by dt relay is used for load shedding in the situation when sudden loss of generating capacity on a system will accompanied by decrease in system frequency. In such a situation of load generation mismatch, system frequency tends to fall. So df by dt relay can control the circuit breaker and allow feeder to disconnect from the network one by one. So this is the working principle of df by dt relay. Okay, thank you.